We'll take a few deep breaths together. So breathing in, bringing in new energy, breathing out, releasing anything that does not serve. Inhaling energy, life, joy. Exhaling all feelings of tension, negativity. Inhaling, breathing in positive memory, conviction, confidence. Exhaling, releasing all forms of doubt and failure from the consciousness. Inhaling once again, this time to your full capacity, and exhaling, releasing anything that's left. You can close your eyes just for a moment. Just sit with your feeling, sensations, experience of them. Just spend a few moments being present with what is, both within and without. And as you close your eyes, once again, if you reopen them, focusing on this point of stillness within you as you make your body totally still. Watch how the thoughts follow suit. When the body is still, the thoughts still. As we reconnect with the breath, just listening to the breath, feeling it as it enters the nostrils, feeling it in the back of the throat or the chest or the lower belly and the lungs. Just tuning into this feeling of the wave-like expansion and contraction, the ebb and flow of breath. It's always going on. Despite the changing outer or inner circumstances of our thoughts and our feelings, or of anything situationally happening in the world, whether relating to us or outside of our control, so to speak, that the breath is what's always with us, that it never leaves us until we leave this body. And when we connect to the breath as a tool, yes, for calm and for centering and for joy and positive feelings, we also see the breath as connecting us to something beyond what we would identify as ourselves. The breath is not the body. The breath is not the mind. The breath is something that is beyond our limited notion of our identity as a person. And yet the breath is our key interfacing mechanism with reality. And as we tune into the simple truth of the breath and the simplicity of it, it allows us to go deeper within ourselves without needing extra labels or spiritual injunctions or that kind of thing. And while those things are valuable and some might say necessary, perhaps at certain times, the overall message that we receive is that paying attention to the breath is a starting place for experiencing the deeper layers beyond what we can experience with the five senses. And of course, we can sense the breath. And of course, our thoughts are also beyond our five senses. But as we check in with ourselves and we repeatedly return back to stillness and listen to perhaps these more subtle cues, signals, messages from what you might say the body, or you might say they're thoughts of the subconscious mind embedded in the body. And as we train ourselves to see those thoughts of the conscious mind and then the subconscious mind, and we do this with a level of sincerity and willingness, love and devotion, that these spaces within ourselves that were previously contracted or closed off begin to start to open up again. And this is reclaiming that childlike wonder that in many ways is threatened by daily life in modern society. Perhaps now more than other times, but we can be sure that it's always been the challenge between meeting life's daily needs and then going beyond that to pursue our wants, and in the process of all that, getting mixed up, finding that if there is a hole within us, it's from perhaps our childhood and our imagination and our sense of curiosity and wonder, and we try to fill the space that only that wonder can fill with accomplishments and other attachments or relationships or ways of cultivating self-importance. And as this space of wonder opens up within us, all it brings us to is the present moment as something that cannot be explained, at least in words or anything that we have the ability to express, is that we have our rational science that can tell us a lot about the world. We have other people's experiences, we have books, we have people we can talk to, we have our own experience from our subjective perspective on life. And yet, the present moment remains a mystery. And it's a mystery for a number of reasons, whether you say from a scientific or a spiritual or a psychological, neurobiological perspective. That doesn't really make a difference in the sense that we don't really know how it's happening. And the best that science can do is measure it. And there's a certain level of experience to having an experience that only you can describe something to another person and have them understand you if they've had that experience, or if they have perhaps the seed of that experience within them, that it's something that they know that they want to experience, so to speak, or it's something that is almost a memory of something they have experienced before that was perhaps lost and is ready to be regained. So this is simply just a reminder to tune in to your breath, tune into stillness, and listen for just the deeper voice that is within you, and to pay attention. Have a great day.